Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your bald-headed boy, Scribble. That's right, we've seen into the weekend here. Friday has arrived, and we're going to waste no time whatsoever making sure that you get your gold box, red box, brown box, all of the boxes that you want for the weekend. Let's get galactically challenged. We find ourselves on Navarro, ladies and gentlemen, facing off against the Bounty Hunters. We've got a global modifier known as Remnants of Power. Whenever a character inflicts a debuff, they're going to gain a stack of Imperial Rule, which is essentially going to increase their offense and their potency for every stack of Imperial Rule. It's not too shabby. The player modifier is Cruel Conspiracies, and that means we're going to be whipping out the Sith for this particular galactic challenge, which in fact makes this very, very easy. That's what I'm here to help you guys do. Essentially, we are going to be gaining additional max health and offense whenever an ally is defeated until the end of battle, and we're going to be recovering some health when that happens. Also, if one of our Sith allies happens to defeat one of the enemy team, we will gain a stack of Dark Ascension, which is going to ramp up our damage and also decrease the amount of damage that we are taking. The enemy modifier is Thrill of the Hunt. Essentially, they are going to be starting with 9 stacks of this thing called True Defense. For every stack of True Defense, they're going to decrease the incoming damage that they have by 10%. They start with 9, which means they take 90% less damage at the start. Lots of AoEs, lots of attacks will whittle away these stacks, and then we'll eventually be able to wipe them out. All of them. Now, what are the feats for this particular galactic challenge? Well, I'll tell you, it's a good job you asked. Well, you're very welcome. So, we need to win with a full team of Sith compatriots, we need to win with at least one light side and one dark side ally surviving, and we also need to complete the battle after gaining stealth 10 or more times. Now, there are many teams that can get this done. We need no galactic legends, and I'm here just to walk you through a couple of the options available to you. So the first team that I'm going to be using is a Darth Maul lead Sith team. I'm using Darth Revan Malak and Bastila Shan Fallen alongside Darth Traya. Essentially, you need Darth Maul's leadership Zeta in order to make this work, and what that does is it starts the full team of Sith allies in stealth, and whenever they are critically hit, they will gain stealth again. This is such a powerful team, it's very easy to get the stealth feats, very easy to get those Sith feats. We obviously can't get this done in one battle, because we need to do a feat for one light side, one dark side, and one for a full team of Sith. So it's pretty much impossible to do it in one turn, because as of yet, for some reason, there are no light side Sith allies. I wonder why. But this is very simple and straightforward. You use your Traya to go ahead and isolate on Bosk, and then you can basically just roll your face over your phone or your keyboard if you're using the PC client, and just kind of win. Every time they're critting you, your characters will attempt to stealth. Even Malak, who when he gets crit will taunt, what will happen in the coding is he'll be crit, Maul's leadership will trigger, he will try to stealth, he will then gain taunt, which dispels stealth, and it just looks like nothing's happened. But trust me when I say, Malak does indeed stealth. If you are a little bit concerned about the flow of this battle, about whether you're going to defeat the enemy too quickly, do what I do here and just put it on auto basic and you will be absolutely fine. All this really does is puts you in a little bit of danger of actually just losing a character or two. You might want to focus down key characters like Embo and get rid of Aura Singh, leaving just Bosk and Grief Karga alive, because I do in fact lose my Traya here, but it's not like I was really in ever any danger, and we do not need to win with no lost allies here, unless it's a light side dark side shenaniganry. So let's just jump ahead and we'll show just how awesome we are. And there we are, we can see we've got to the end of the battle here, just Embo left standing. Like I said, we lost Traya, doesn't matter, and it is a very easy way of getting full Sith and at least 10 stealth attempts in one battle. Not a problem at all. Now, I'm going to give you some other options as well. I'm also going to go and show you how you can get this done without using any of those Darth Revan Malak setups here. We're going with an EP lead, throwing in our good girl Talon, as well as Count Dooku. Now, all you want to do on this run is make sure that Vader lands ability block on Bosk, so he can't get that taunt, and that frenzy buff active. If you've got that, then you're pretty much going to be set. There are only 2 characters in this squad right now that can activate stealth. That's Dooku using his second special and Darth Talon using her first special. So if you're really looking to get the stealth done, you don't have any other options available to you, this is going to be a way of doing it, but I do warn you, you will have to drag this battle out. Vader here turns into an absolute monster with that global modifier. He's going to be gaining so many stacks of that not Dark Ascension, I can't remember what it's called now, the global modifier. You can see he's got 57 stacks. Imperial Rule, nailed it, where he's just going to gain so much offense and potency that he will be absolutely destroying folks very, very quickly. So too many Merciless Massacres means you will finish this just a little bit too quickly. So have a think about trying to not go into Merciless Massacre too much, keep that Bosk ability blocked with Darth Vader's basic, and then try to eke out those stealths between Dooku and Talon, and you'll have a fantastic time. You see how quickly Vader just absolutely destroys this team? I think I only got about 4 stealths off, but I'm confident that you can drag this out if you don't just constantly back-to-back Merciless Massacre and mercilessly massacre the entire enemy team. You see what I did there? Other options for getting the stealth feat and one light side dark side, I've thrown in Bad Batch here with Wat Tambor, and I apparently put random tech on random people. I put the weapons tech over there on Bad Batch Echo. He goes ahead and gets all that dispelling and that dazing action. Nice mass assist there, buddy. And then for some reason I put the tank tech on Hunter, probably just to get rid of that stun from Bosk. But this is very, very easy, because the Bad Batch have got so much AoE stealth on their team between a bunch of the specials from Hunter and from tech that the stealth feat gets done very, very quickly, and the enemy doesn't really get to take what we call turns. We keep them largely controlled between the dazes and the stuns, so they never take a turn, and Echo can actually prevent the revive on OG Mando as well if he happens to get the kill, which I believe mine does, and it makes me very, very happy. This one gets to a point where if you've got the right buffs, you've got that defense up and stuff like that, then you're going to be doing AoE true damage with the Bad Batch. You can see it kicking off here. The great thing about true damage, of course, is that damage cannot be reduced in any way, shape or form, so we don't care about their true defense. We're both as true as each other in these instances. So here we go, nice little AoE dispel, true damage kicks in, defeats not only OG Mando with the weapons tech so he can't revive, but we also get rid of Greef Karga, and then we're just laughing all the way home to the bank. I'm not saying this is an ideal team to use, this was just a little bit of fun that I was having earlier today. And if we can't play a game to have a good time and have fun, then when can we? A final team that I can show you here without using any of those galactic legends is going to be a General Grievous team featuring BB-8. BB-8 lets us get out of the gate running, and what you want to do is just land a basic on Bosk so it puts tenacity down, and then it's just AoEs and try to spread that target lock to as many people as you possibly can, choosing to stun key characters like Bosk, like Greef Karga as frequently as possible. If you can get that TM train rolling, I found I was able to make sure that the enemy basically couldn't take any turns pretty much ever. Just make sure you focus on spreading target lock to everybody, because under a General Grievous lead, whenever our allies are dealing damage to target locked enemies, Grievous is going to be gaining, I think it's 4% turn meter. So when you have a full team and you do some AoEs, you basically take turn after turn after turn after turn. We're also able to stun with Grievous and stun with Maggie and put tenacity down with BB-8 and all this sort of good juicy business. So it's a very effective team at getting this completed. I found it was quite fun, quite controllable, and it will get you that light side and dark side. It just won't get you that stealth feat. Just trying to think of options available to a wider player base rather than just throw in a bunch of legendary characters and galactic legends and all these newfangled kits that we have these days. Anyway, I'll just skip ahead so we can show that this does actually work and I don't waste any more of your time. You can see there Grievous goes with a nice big AoE to finish off 2 more Embo and Aura Singh, and it's just big man Bosk there holding the line, thinking that he's going to make any real sort of impact in this match, which he really hasn't. Anyway, that's going to about do it for today's episode of Galactically Challenged with me, your bald-headed boy Scribble. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please do take a moment and like the video, and consider subscribing to your boy Scribe. One huge shout out to my awesome patrons. You guys are the absolute bomb, and I really do appreciate that you continue to support me in my YouTube and content creator endeavors. Make sure you guys swing round this evening. We're going to be kicking off round 2 of GAC, the stateside stream with Scribble. We'll be getting late, we'll be getting crunk, and we'll probably have some guest visits from Mr. Ranger J1999. I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.